Hello, my wonderful friends. Magus with you on a beautiful day in Asha. I'm going to ask you to do something. I want you to listen to all these verses I read. Don't leave me on this one, because just hearing this truth, my friends, subconsciously, your heart of hearts is picking it up, and you're going to have an aha moment today. My friends, as you just listen. Don't even try to wrap your brain around it. Just listen with your heart. And by the end of this, you're going to know the true name of God. You're going to know your true identity, and your world is never going to be the same, because you're going to have new information, new energy that's going to make new form and matter. I love you guys. Enjoy. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians, the Magi, and it's the original religion. And what's beautiful about it is our God is just good, just love. He's unmixed. He's pure. And today we're going to actually be reading from the Tao Te Ching, because it talks about this pure source, this pure love. And the Tao Te Ching, the name itself, the Tao, it's the first principle. It's the way, it's source. And then the day, it's the power that one gets from attuning yourself to that source, to that principle. And my friends, it makes me think about what it says in the Gita, that if you aim for the gods, you'll go to the gods. So if in your mind you have an idea of what God is, what goddesses, gods, wherever you're raised, in whatever nation, and that's the idea that you have of God, that's where you go to. That's the direction your life takes, the power that you take on, the spirit, the information, the idea that you hold, and it's the world you create. The Gita says, aim for source. Aim for the God above all gods, the perfect light that we come from and we're made of, and that divine spark is inside of us. That name is inside of us, and you'll have this aha moment of who God is and who you are. In the Tao Te Ching here, it says, talking about names, that the name that can be named is not the eternal name. And don't you see that? Because someone can say the word God, and you're already going to have a preconceived idea of what that is, depending on where you're raised, what books you've read, the life experiences you've had. I mean, if your God gets angry, jealous, hates, wars, kills, you're going to have a different idea of who God is than a Zoroastrian's idea of God. You're only going to find that true name of God inside your heart of hearts, going inside. And here's the beautiful thing. This is what I love about books like Asha and the Tao Te Ching. They don't try to explain God to you. They don't try to give you definitions. They give you words and symbols that just draw you inside, so that you experience God yourself beyond things you've learned or were taught or think in just in that beast brain, but you go into that heart of hearts, that Christ mind, that Fravashi, that Vohu Menu, that divine spark, that book that's written inside of you, and you're all, there it is. There's that name. There's that God, and then you try to explain it to others. It's so beautiful, and you see the problem. How it's impossible to put something so beautiful, so awesome, so amazing into words. And then it has to go through people's filters. All we can do is direct them inside. So that Savior, that Christ, that Vohu Menu can be born inside of them. It's a remembrance that you come from good spirit. You're made of good spirit. And so if you'd let me, I'd like to just read to you some of the verses out of the Tao Te Ching and a little bit out of Asha, and just point you to that Savior that resides inside of you, that God good that is inside of you. My friends, the Tao, the way, it is the first principle. It is source. My friends, just like if you want love, you be loved. The love is the path to the love. If you want God, you be God. You be good. Look at this, my friends. Just listen with your hearts to these beautiful words. It says the greatest virtue is to follow the Tao, and the Tao alone. The Tao is elusive and intangible. Although formless and intangible, it gives rise to all form. Although vague and elusive, it gives rise to shapes. Although dark and obscure, it is the spirit, the essence, the life breath of all things. It's that original word, it's that spirit. My friends, we've been talking about this for the last month, that energy and matter are the same thing. Matter and energy are the same thing, and energy and information are the same thing. That's the original word. That's the very spirit of God. And when you tap into that and align with that original word, that perfect order and harmony that we call Asha, my friends, it gives us the power to create that in our worlds. It says, how do I know the way of all things? I look inside myself and see it is within me. That's how we see and know all, because that God is inside of us. When we stop looking outside and we look into that heart of hearts, we have that aha moment of source, of that name that can't be spoken outside of the temple and that has power. My friends, are you guys enjoying this? If you enjoy this, do me a favor. Just do something as simple as hit that like button so that I know that you're enjoying these messages, you're understanding these words that I'm presenting to you today. The 38th verse says, oh, and I love this. This is so Zoroastrian. Goodness and godness are one, and I trust who I am, a child of God. God and good are the exact same thing. A truly good man is not aware of his goodness and is therefore good. A foolish man tries to be good and is therefore not good. My friends, when you just are God good, and this is where you're going to get these aha moments. God is just good. He doesn't have to try to be good. My friends, he's just good. He doesn't get angry. He doesn't hate. He doesn't war. He doesn't kill. And that's who we are. That's our name inside of us. My friends, we're just good. We have nothing else to give. And listen to this. I got some more deep stuff. Stay with me. Don't leave me on this one, guys. But I need you to understand this. It says, when the Tao is lost, there is goodness. When goodness is lost, there is morality. When morality is lost, there is ritual. And ritual is the husk of true faith and the beginning of chaos. The great master follows his own nature. He stays within the true and not the false. My friends, when we lose the sight of source, then we start going to gods and goddesses. And then when you lose the gods, you go to just morality. And when morality is lost, then there's just a ritual, the husk of faith. And you see that in the world religions. They have their chants and they do their sacrifices and they spend an hour on Sundays at church and they have these rituals, but there's no power in it. There's no God. There's no peace. There's no joy. My friends, they've lost it. We got to go back to the original word, and we're going to get there, my friends. As you hear more truth, it gets you closer to those aha moments. It says the way connects all living beings to their source. The Tao gives them life, virtue, nourishes and nurtures them, rears and shelters and protects them. My friends, the way, again, it's the Tao source. It connects all beings to their source because it is God. It's telling you, you got to be the love. You got to be the peace. You got to be the joy. No matter what's going on around you, you hold that original word. And I'm going to tell you what that original word is. We're going to flip over to Asha here in a minute. But I just wanted you to hear these beautiful words. It awakens something deep inside of you. It says the Tao is a treasure house, the true nature, the secret source of everything. It is a treasure of the good man and refuge to the bad. Meditate on the principle, on the source. You meditate, you go inside. Why did the ancients make so much of the principle? Is it not because it is the source of all good and the remedy for all evil? It's the source of all good. Here again, it's God and good are the same thing. It's unmixed, undiluted, undefiled. God good doesn't get angry, hate, jealous, war, kill. It's just pure good. It's when you lose that idea of that pure source, then you go to the gods that are man-made, that love and hate, send good and evil, that war and like bloody sacrifice. My friends, you lose that attunement to that pure source. And that's what we want you to get today. Grab your book, Asha. Go to Asha 13, and it talks about the original word. It says the original word is all good comes from the Creator, and that no evil comes from Him. And from this original word, the spiritual world is made straight, and the material world comes into order. Flip back one page to Asha 12. It says, there's nothing for me outside. Again, this is the idea of attuning yourself to that highest source. And you do that inside. It says, I've spent too long looking outside myself, looking for meaning, purpose, affirmation, approval, love, truth, happiness, and even God, just to find myself ever searching. So I quiet all the many thoughts and the ideas and the stories, and I go inside, and there I see the Christ mind. I see Vohu Menu. I see that divine spark. I see that I come from good spirit and I'm made of good spirit. I see that original name. I see that all good source. And I realize there's no separation from my good, my God. We are one. And all the truth and happiness I've been looking for, it's here right now because I am that. I am. And now that I know this, I know this. I know this. It is. God is, Asha is, love is, truth is. That's what substance, that's reality, that's to know the real above all real, the original word, pure source. I am. Be that. That's all you have to give away. Doesn't matter how anyone is acting, all you have to give is love and kindness and goodness. You're not trying to do it. It's all you have. It's your nature. And that's what shines out from you. And that's just how God is. He doesn't get angry or mad or go to war. All He has to give out is love and kindness. That's His nature. And you're just like Daddy. I love you so much, my friends. Be blessed. If you don't have your book, Asha, yet, I'll put a link in the drop-down description. All the money goes to charity. My God, do you feel that today? Again, it's beyond words. It's inside. You just feel that beautiful connection to Source. Asha is. I love you guys. Be blessed, and we'll see you next time.